Warcraft. Yep, that's what I'm going to be reviewing. Warcraft, film directed by Duncan Jones, the director, R.I.P. David Bowie, his father. Um, it's based off of Blizzard's, video game, which I've never played. Um, so I'm gonna do what I can. So I promise you, I'm gonna do what I can to fairly review this film. This is just gonna be a quick review. I know I say that a lot, and it never turns out to be so. But I swear, I'm gonna try to make this quick. So, expectations, I had none. Like I said, I never played the game, never got involved in the culture. My knowledge of World of Warcraft is next to nothing except what they presented in that South Park episode. My hopes, my hopes for this film was to, just go in there and enjoy what was presented, embrace the creativity that was obviously apparent in this film, the creativity, the effects. I wanted to get caught up in this world and just escape my reality and really just be immersed by this film. The movie starts, you got this epic music playing, you got, exposition narrated to us, and it's just this beautiful landscape of this exotic world that we, had visited on screen, even though there have been similar films that have these kind of themes. And all I could basically get was the fact that there was a war between orcs and humans, and these orcs were somehow transported to a world where they didn't belong. That's pretty much all I got. You know what? I will say that it did not take long for me to become very uninterested in this film, and for me to actually completely tune it out. Yes, I did enjoy the visuals. I really had no complaints with any of the visuals. There are so many little details that I noticed that were very cool, very unique, and some of them a little odd. But again, maybe that's how it is in the game, I'm sure, and they fully took advantage of the technology that they were given to create these creatures and to use motion capture and to just have just a beautiful field day with these effects. And I'm not going to complain about any effects. There have been people who have nitpicked a few things here and there. I'm not going to complain with the effects. Everything to me looked gorgeous. It looked unique. It looked fantastic. There's, again, so many little details, such as little piercings on teeth and scars and all kinds of really unique and awesome looking visuals in this film. The costume designs were great. I'm sure most of the sets were very minimal because everything else was probably added through CGI. It was a beautiful film visually. As far as the actors go, I will give them credit. I know they tried to do what they could with the script. I would not doubt if half of these people had no idea what they were saying or doing on this film. They had a part, they had a role, they had a job, they did it. Although the main guy, I don't know the actor's name, I should have looked that up. I know he's from the show Vikings, which I had not seen. I think he was probably the most entertaining character, maybe relatable character, perhaps. You could tell that this guy was a badass, and yeah, I liked him, but I never got attached to him. And there's also this young kid who's like a wizard. There's a bad wizard played by Ben Foster who just looks completely doped up and has no idea what he's doing. And then there's this younger kid who is also a wizard. And you could tell, I actually liked him because I believe he was really trying to do what he could with this role. And the movie does attempt humor. It's not always successful, but it does attempt to give you a little bit of lightheartedness here and there, mixed in with a muddled and, I guess, emotional story. I don't know. So I could not get caught up with the story. You know, the actors and everything, they all did what they could, but I had no attachment to any of these people or their surroundings or anything other than the visuals and the score. The battle sequences were also good. I will say that what makes this movie come alive are the battle sequences. And there aren't really that many, to be all honest. And it does feel like there was some snipping in this film as far as the editing goes when it came to some of the battle sequences. Unfortunately, the movie's biggest downfall to me is the pacing. The pacing is slow, dull, and just, it drove me nuts. Not only was I uninterested in the story, but the pacing just made it worse. And to me, I think this film lacked energy. Again, all I could really praise in this film is the visuals. Oh, also what I do kind of like was the fact that the actors didn't feel it was necessary to speak with a British accent. Because this isn't Britain, this isn't Westeros, which everybody has a British accent in there, because of course everybody from Game of Thrones is British, more or less. But there weren't British accents all over this film. And I actually appreciated that, because why does everybody have to sound British? Every period piece or fantasy film or something like that, everybody has to speak with a British accent. No offense to the Brits, I'm just saying. Why? Why always do we have British accents? And you did have some people who kind of sounded like they were trying to be British or whatever, I don't know. So the truth is, I really tried to like this movie. I really did. I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to be able to say, hey, forget what the critics say. This is a great adventure. I can't say it. I am not meant for, this film was not meant for me. That's what I'm going to say, is that I do believe that this film was made for the hardcore World of Warcraft fans. And that's okay. It's actually okay. Yes, as a critic or as somebody, I'm not calling myself a critic, but I'm just saying, critics are giving this a bad score. Popcorn, it's choking me. And reviewers are giving this a bad score because this isn't a film that everybody can enjoy. And I get it, you have to knock down points because of that, because a film should be something that everyone can get into. But there are certain films that are made for fans, specific fans. This was not meant for me. Even though I love fantasy, and I really wonder, why couldn't I get into this movie? I love fantasy, I love comic books and Harry Potter and all that wild stuff that just, it's fun to me. But this movie wasn't fun, and it didn't make sense. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Warcraft a 2 out of 5, and I can't recommend it to anyone who isn't a fan of the game. Probably the worst thing about my experience with this film was the fact that we went to a smaller theater that we usually go to, which I don't particularly like, and it did irk me with the fact that their screens are not wide enough. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to fully appreciate the scope of the film. I basically saw the film in like a 1.85 ratio, more or less. And that was unfortunate, because I'm never going to watch this movie again. And I won't be able to appreciate the full imagery of this film. But it doesn't bother me. I'm done with the film. If you like the film, please let me know. Please explain what you liked about the film. And don't fault me for not liking it, folks. I tried to be fair with this review, and I hope that I came across as fair. Anyway, peace out. Like this video if you agree, or even if you respect my opinion. And thank you for watching. Peace out.